Apple is holding a press event on September 9th. We're all expecting those new iPhones and Apple Watches, but here are 6 products that Apple could surprise us with as that one more thing. If you don't already, be sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can keep up to date with all the latest Apple news, including the launch of the iPhone 16 and Apple Watch Series 10. The first product is actually due for a refresh, and recent rumors from Bloomberg do suggest that it will be dropping this year. That's iPad mini, one of my favorite devices. It's a kick-butt device that's, for me, a reader, a gaming device, and a portable screen that I love to travel with. This diminutive tablet hasn't been updated in years, and stock has been dwindling. I normally would have said this would be saved for an October or November event, but since the other iPads were basically already updated this year, it would fit in an iPhone event just as much would any Mac event. Plus, with iPadOS 18 launching, a new iPad mini would be one more device to support Apple Intelligence. The next product we may see as a surprise would be AirPods Pro 3. I've already given you all the tea on the 2 versions of AirPods 4 and the upgraded AirPods Max that I do believe we'll probably see. If you want to learn more about them, I've linked that video here. What I at least originally didn't think we'd see was the AirPods Pro 3. We just got the new USB-C AirPods Pro last September. They got USB-C, an upgraded internal chip for lossless audio with Vision Pro, and I'd have written these off as a 2025 product. Yet here we are, just before the event, and we're getting rumblings of an updated model. According to serial leaker Kasutami in an X post on Tuesday, new AirPods Pro are on the way with an update to the active noise cancellation feature. It will have a digital ANC that is much better than the previous version, they wrote. Not much else though is known, as they said it was just coming soon. Kasutami is a very regular Apple leaker with a decent track record on their claims. Previous hits include an image of USB-C on iPhone before the introduction of the iPhone 15, as well as the end of Apple's FineWoven Accessory production. Speaking of that, what would be a big surprise for me if we saw a refresh to Apple's FineWoven collection? These things have not been well received. I personally hated them when I originally covered them, and they have not aged well. Amazon even had to go as far as to put a warning on the product page that they were frequently returned. The ones in Apple stores look constantly marred by guests who just want to touch them. As Kasutami said, it doesn't seem that they'll be around again. Apple could pull a 180 and keep them around one more year, or it could introduce a new line of premium accessories to replace it, which I'd be much happier about. Did any of you try FineWoven or are still using it? What do you think? Let me know down below in the comments. The fourth new product is an upgraded Apple TV. This beloved set-top box is getting a bunch of new features with tvOS 18. Again, video linked here. But there's no reason new hardware couldn't be introduced to go with it. Apple Intelligence could be an unlikely but possible new addition to the box. Users have also requested larger offline storage, video processing for iMacs on device, ability to use HomePods as rear speakers, and more. Apple has some new competition in the streaming box category with the new Google TV streamer and a rumored Sonos one on the way. Maybe it's time for Apple to beef up its hardware to better compete. To go along with the new Apple TV, maybe we'll get that oft-rumored smart display. This device could sit on your counter and act as a smart display for your home, tying into your Apple services, multi-user support, and visually displaying answers to your Siri queries. With Apple Intelligence coming, this would be a great time to show it off. I'd love something like this that blends a HomePod and an iPad together. And before any of you suggest that some sort of docking mechanism for an iPad, no, that's not what I want. I want a full smart display, thread for the smart home, act as a hub, and a larger display that can be seen from far away with no chance that a tablet-happy toddler won't try to run off with it. To be successful, I think it needs to stay put and not try to cannibalize the iPad and offer something unique for the smart home. Finally, and the least likely of all, would be some M-Series Macs. If I'm betting, these will come at a Mac-focused event in October or now maybe November. There's a slew of updates coming here, including M4 Pro and M4 Max MacBook Pros, a redesigned Mac Mini that will be smaller and ditch USB-A, plus a refreshed iMac. The only reason why I say there is the littlest, tiniest chance they could see the light of day here in September is most of the updates seem to be based around the processor. Barely enough for a press release, let alone a whole dedicated event. Like I said, November is a more likely time frame, but if Apple was trying to surprise us, this would do it. Let me know what other surprises you'd like to see come Monday down in the comments. Otherwise, stay tuned for coverage of Apple's It's Glowtime event and all of its new devices. Be sure you subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.